spring up, increase, and produce. I believe we live in a world where so much has been defined, or is it an attitude that so much has been defined that it devoids us, or rather it devoids this generation from creating and defining authentically for themselves something that is unique to them, something that is unique to the season that we're in. Regardless of where we come from, our experiences are all very unique to the individual, and the degree of how we experience a thing or a situation is eccentric to ourselves. So it goes to say nothing is new under the sun, but each experience that we have individually is unique to ourselves. And many of us are always struggling, trying to create something new. Is there really something new that we can create? Or rather, I believe we ought to come to a realization that I am unique as a person, that whatever gift that I have, mimi ni Gwiji, na wewe ni Gwiji. Your experiences, your thoughts, and your ideas are all unique to yourself. And so I challenge you, yes, you. I challenge you, wewe Gwiji, spring up, increase, and produce. Produce your ability to draw, your ability to sing, your ability to dance, or if you're a narrator, you can narrate stories. Spring up, increase, and produce. If you're a painter, make paintings, create something new every day. Challenge yourself. If you're a runner, become an athlete. If you're a writer, write books. If you're a swimmer, there's so much, and whatever it is that you have, whatever ability you have, we challenge you. Wewe ni Gwiji, whatever it is, spring up, increase, and produce. My name is Gabriela Cheng, and welcome to Gwiji Official. So we came up with a few questions, and we're going to just pick them and read them out and see if we can give you some answers that will be helpful to you. First question here. Let's see what it says. What is your thought towards design? Is that it? Okay. As a concept architect, my ability to design is not purely based on my understanding of the built environment, but rather an elaborate and elegant display of the experiences that my clients and the users tend to imagine. So the design for me rises from a need to create a rich, endearing, yet functional experience desired by my user, and this particularly for me is design. It's through such experiences that I encounter unexpected moments in design that truly give me a reflection of the possibilities of the community and challenges a pragmatic approach towards the different aspects that I have towards the architectural design and the community at large. So yeah, this is going to be, I think we're taking on a challenge to design a community center, and I hope that this will be a community center waxed. Next question. What is your attitude towards what we have in design? Well, we have very little regard to what is right in front of us as designers. We tend to pick from other cultures. We need to create, not just as architectural designers, but also as filmmakers, as concept architects, as musicians. We need to create from a perspective of what could be and what will be, and we should often learn that and unlearn the ideas and the concepts that we see around us so that we can be able to create the new experiences and the just challenge ourselves in the environment that we are in and the environment that we want to create from, because it's not about what we've seen, it's about what we want to create for the future, to create a history so that the people from the future will be able to look at this and say, this is particularly from this time and was created for this particular reason, and not just create from the understanding of what we we already have, but from a perspective of what could this be for the future and for the next generation. Next question. See what we have. Is it right to judge our situation hopeless in advance because of impulses from the society? Interesting. Well, it's a decisive battle between the creatives and the users. From an architectural perspective, it is a decisive battle between the creative and the engineers and the different consultants in the field. So it's a process that particularly requires patience. It's a process that particularly requires you to have intricate detail of what it is that you want to create. So we cannot say it's hopeless per se, because there is content behind what we want to create. So at the end of the day, before we judge our situation hopeless, maybe we need to take a step back and not use the society as a template to challenge the information that we want to create. It is a source of information, but should not be the basis of what we want to create for the future. I hope this is our last question. So let's see what we have. How do we go back to attaching our local cultures into our designs or buildings and reduce homogenizing materials? Well, I think the answer to this is Mimi na Wewe. We are all different. Wewe ni Gwiji, Mimi ni Gwiji. If we are true to ourselves, then you and me will be the answer to create a new product. So I challenge you to spring up, increase, and produce. Produce what you have naturally yourself. Create something new that is authentic to yourselves, because you and I can go back to attaching our own culture and our own uniqueness back into our designs, back into our creativity, and into the arts, and back into the heart of the people, getting back our own building skills, getting back our own creativity. We need to advance our own local materials when it comes to design, and we need to create our own content that renders everything that we do efficient, for us to be able to adapt to the changing world, the changing times, and the changing seasons. Yes. And for design, well, as we're using our local materials, that is something that we have to take note of, is those local materials. Those are the things that will render our designs effective. And as we are challenging ourselves to create for our environment, buildings and designs that are adaptive to our own climate and our own culture and our own ecology. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode. Let us know in the comments what more you would like to hear from us. As we're going to be taking on this challenge, we hope that you'll be able to enjoy the series and the sequence, as we're going to be going through the different designs and how we come up with the designs right from scratch, as we're coming up with concepts up to what you actually see, and just probably, hopefully in the next episode, get to have guests and see and hear the different things that the different people want to experience in these spaces, and that will give us a direction towards how we're going to come up with the particular design. So join the family if you haven't, and subscribe to our channel.